Tourism. Tourism, we said that there are going to be new ways for going to take a look at hotels before you enter. So you'll be able to see 360-degree view of hotels. There'll be travel planning where you can plan your entire holiday while being in virtual reality. Virtual travel for those who are disabled or are unable to travel, they can virtual travel. And then meetups where you can meet up with your friends, family, and yeah. So that's what we covered in the previous episode of 15 ways virtual reality will shape the world. And now we're going to continue with, let's try get through 3. If we get through 2, that's okay. If we get through 3, we'll finish earlier. We have a hand up already, so sure, let's hear what you have to say. King Chorus.
Hello, hi guys, hi, hello again. Well, I would have thought you already have covered the meetups already. I just want to share a little story as what the VR has done for me today. As it stands today, I met this young man here, which we are friends, and we are very close friends now. And I have met Josh here. And funny enough, I would have never met these two individuals in United Kingdom where we all live. But for some reason, we ended up meeting each other here. And we kind of know each other in that we vibed really good with each other, I believe, right? Josh, he can't talk, obviously, and Paco cannot talk. But I think the meetup was like the best concept of the VR for me. And one of the other areas within that, we exchanged a lot of business ideas too, in this sense. So I wouldn't be surprised once this COVID is finished, we're gonna get together and actually start doing some businesses.
That's really awesome. And you know, the people on VR, a lot of them you'll find have like-minded ways of thinking, because I've met some of the most incredible people I've ever met in my life in VR, and that's throughout my 33 years of living. So it's really been incredible. Even some are in this room, some incredible people. So yes, thank you for your story, King Karush.
More than welcome. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Sam, before we begin.
Timon, I just wanted to echo what King Karush said. And I'm just wondering, are we going to cover that topic under the 15 ways, or is that not part of the topic?
So is that meetups, Dr. Sam?
Well, I think it's going to be more socializing, a place to meet new people, speed dating. I mean, there's a whole host of things when it comes to what King Karush was talking about.
Yes, Dr. Sam.
But I mean, if you just think, you are, because I've been following a lot of threads on Facebook, how people are so lonely and there is no meeting place. So I mean, this what we're doing now is an amazing, non-intimidating, non-invasive way of meeting. So I just want to hand out to King Karush a great idea.
All right.
Great point, yes.
It's not. It's spoiler alert. The item is the 12th item of ways VR will shape the world, and that is entertainment.
Which means you're gonna definitely have to stick around until then.
Yes. If we're only covering 3 today. Okay. So, can we get started?
Yes. First up on the list, Norway Dylan.
No, wait, we haven't even gone through the...
Yes, the topic, I know.
We haven't even gone through the topic for today. Or one of the factors. So, Ali, how are you doing?
Yeah, all good. How's my sound? Because I'm just feeling weird about it.
Sound is good. You sound
okay, you
great.
guys can hear me great. Okay, great.
Yeah, you can put your microphone a little bit closer to your mouth, Ali. That's okay.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Now let's go to the third element. And the third element is finally, we can start the event halfway in. Space. How will VR shape the world when it comes to space? And remember, you can say one sentence, you can speak for a minute, you can pass. It's entirely up to you. We have a full house again, and my lovely co-host Ali will be giving you all the megaphones one by one. So,
My pleasure.
Norway Dylan, you're up.
So I just have to ask, when you say space, do you mean like space and the stars, or
Yes.
your conception of the space around you?
Yes, no, space in the stars, astronomy, the cosmos,
Well, one thing that I find
Universe.
interesting
universe.
is on the Oculus Quest 2, there's one app that simulates space missions, and you know, when people take samples from space, whether they're asteroids or they're filming stars or transmissions, you know, foreign radio signals, you can simulate that and people can see that and have that experience of being in the spaceship. And there are also certain games like that, and they can do a lot of research and see what people are seeing in the spacecraft. And they can prepare people, and they can conceptualize buildings and on Mars and things, that the kind of things that Elon Musk is thinking about now, you know, building these giant rocket ships that essentially look like homes that people live on.
Sounds amazing. And next we have is Toby Bunaroo. Good to see you again.
Hi, and welcome
Hello.
back.
Right. Hello. I'm not quite sure how much will change in a sort of way of space. I suppose obviously you got the guy there. Looked like he's probably piloting the space, the ranger thing on Mars. I suppose that would be quite easy to sort of like, if you had the thing, you could then pick up the rock and then put it in the machine, and then maybe send it back to Earth somehow in the future. But I don't know how much. I suppose you could use it as a learning tool. I think because what Norway Dylan was on about, there was a program, and you can just have like the universe or the solar system, and then you can, I think it's in a program called the Lab on Steam, and you can like just pick up the Earth and pick up Venus, and then you can see, oh right, okay, so that's how the size comparison is. So that would be quite cool.
It actually is. Alright, let's go to Zonated Sumo. Thank you, Toby.
And speaking of Elon Musk, we have one in the room. Hi, and welcome.
We have an Elon Musk in the room. We have
Yes.
we apologize to you, Elon Musk, for losing your wealthiest status in the world. I know it must be difficult being the second again, but you'll have your time. You'll have your time. Zonated Sumo, yes.
Hello, how we doing, guys?
Good.
Hi, good, thanks.
Good.
You.
Yeah, I mean, I think VR with space, I think, you know, once the fidelity of VR improves massively, I think it's going to be quite an interesting thing. Being able to sort of see, you know, what telescopes can see to the details through the VR headset, I think will be quite amazing, because obviously most of us don't get the chance to go and look at the big telescopes and things like that. I think in general it's just going to be a phenomenal experience, really. And not really much else to say on it. I just think it's going to be great with what we're going to be able to see virtually.
Awesome. Thank you.
Definitely
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
Looking forward to that.
Super exciting. And we're in that
Which is
lifetime.
what Norway Dylan said.
King Karush.
Yes, definitely.
Hey guys, well, space and VR at this point of time, there is from last 2 years to now, it has increased about at least about 5-6 different programs I downloaded in the computer to actually VR it. And the last one I downloaded is the Order of Magnitude, which is quite awesome. But is a learning tool. It is kind of used for if you're trying to engage the younger and a youth and a younger footfall getting them involved into space. Because end of the day, it would not be my timeline, probably wouldn't be in any of the individuals who's going to become an astronaut in this room, but the next generation who have a lot more access to this kind of a VR might buy into it and actually become the next generation that actually move out of Earth and eventually, you know, make up the future within this space, Mars, whatever the areas they're going to go into. So I think the tool is a great tool to getting people upskilled, and the fear factor of it is another area. People are scared of heights, and the space can be very scary, and I think it's a good icebreaker in many areas too.
Definitely, yes. Good point there. Thank you very much. Frederick, would you like to speak or pass?
Yeah, I'm gonna say one thing. I want to hear your opinion about that. I think that Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Yes, good point. That's a whole new topic. I can tell you that, but we seriously need a lot of time to do that, to discuss that.
Okay.
Unless if you want to share your opinion quickly.
No, I just want to hear your opinion.
Everything is based on frequency and vibration in the world, so yes. But the question is, how will VR shape anything related to space? Do you see any opportunities? Okay. So Elon Musk, you're next. Sorry, just give me a sec going through the list. There we go. Hi and welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
That's what I think.
Right, thank you. If you want, just please check your microphone. You're a little bit soft. However, I could hear you. Dragon. Hi and welcome.
Hello. Yeah, as far as the question goes, I think VR will help with maintenance on spaceships and space stations. I think they'll be able to use a robot to fix the outside of a space station or a spacecraft without even having to be in space. Therefore, they can use the VR headset in a similar way to medical things. They can use it in space.
Yes, definitely. And it would save a lot of cost and a lot of time as well. Yes, very good point there.
And lives as well.
Yes,
safety, yes.
For sure. Thank you very, very much. Dr. Sam.
Well, I think 99.9999% of people will never even get near space, and in fact don't know anything about space. There's a great opportunity to put three-dimensional cameras on the Hubble telescope, but unfortunately that was launched in 1990, so I think that's probably not a possibility. But the James Webb telescope that's been launched recently, if there's a 3D camera on there, as it's traveling through space, is a great way for people to understand space, the dimensions of space, and the massive areas of space. I think it has been mentioned, education, tourism, of course, a very small percentage of people will travel to the moon, will travel to Mars over the next 50 years. And those trips to Mars, if the right equipment is available, will allow people on the world that haven't got that opportunity to experience it virtually, traveling to other planets within our solar system. So that's what I see will happen.
Awesome.
Yes,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Good point. Yes.
Ali, your thoughts?
Well, last time we mentioned tourism and taking into consideration that we're in COVID at the moment, I think, and we're expanding into space, it would be a very good opportunity as well to go and explore and to see what the other planets are like, how big they are in comparison to Earth, and just get that experience as well. Also, yesterday, or a few days ago actually, felt like yesterday, we had the honor of going and seeing some beautiful worlds here in VR, where some very, very good programmers and world builders actually had made Star Trek's worlds. I don't know if there are any Star Trek fans here that actually made Enterprise, and I was in my element. The fact that I could shoot torpedoes and phasers, I just loved it. So if you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. So, and that was due to VR. So that's also very amazing, the fact that you can also get that experience. What about you, Mr. Tim?
Awesome. Me, well, I've got a few things here that I've gotten down. Let's try and show you.
The point, yes.
Yeah, just a couple of points.
Hi, Nick, the one, welcome.
Okay. So, just give me a second. Alright, so space. Okay, is it loaded on your side, Ali?
Yes.
Oh, good. Alright, so the first thing is researchers in NASA are working on top VR tech to help control robots as far away as Mars, as we've been seeing over the last couple of years. So one important thing is, according to this infographic, control and fix machinery is that humans will be able to control robots, fix equipment, move around in space. Then the next one is student training and simulation. So VR also allows you and for students to learn to train and experience the 3D virtual simulation of being in a rocket, on a planet, moon, asteroid, floating in space. Then I want to just go down to the next part. Okay, here it is. So virtual space travel. So astrophysicists, astronomers, students, and everyday people will be able to explore and make findings in space, black holes, and galaxies. Then we have escape from environment. And this is something very interesting that you might have not thought about. And that is the people that are currently in space. So soon VR will actually help astronauts escape and de-stress from the harsh space environment so that they too will be able to meet their loved ones on Earth and travel to parts of the world to enjoy or meditate. Because you can imagine, as much as everybody wants to be in space, you don't think about when you're there for months how much you crave to see nature again, how you crave to see different animals and people. And so I thought that was one of the most interesting ideas of space VR for the actual space people. What do you think, Ali?
Yeah, that's actually a very good and also getting point. Simulator where you would actually go in and it would move. I don't know if you guys also had those. How amazing. I mean, we had the awesome experience as kids. Actually, we got to experience that. That was amazing.
Yes.
That was like truly epic.
It was the 4D simulation where you sit in a contraption and it moves you and it sprays water and wind and air. It was pretty awesome. But they've got it in America as well, in Universal Studios. So
it's just a pity they don't have them anymore.
I'm sure they have much better things. It's just now is a difficult time to go and explore. So I'm now ready to go to the second way that VR will shape the world.
And just to add, it's 238 miles. So it definitely does fit. The other one's 44.
Sorry, Ali?
238,000 miles.
238. So it
between
just doesn't
the Earth
fit.
and the Moon.
So it's a tight squeeze.
It does. It was 244. All of them added together.
244 and
Just
238.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, tight squeeze.
So,
All right, let's go
yeah.
to the second factor for today. And that
Pushing the one aside.
is how will VR shape the world with manufacturing and design? And let's start off with Toby.
Toby. Megaphone's yours.
So I suppose with manufacturing design, I mean we've got World Builder here, but you can obviously probably make a tool to sort of design a house, and then you can then look around the rooms yourself. They obviously got the room scale, and then you can obviously with the cars, you could probably have it like so it comes out, and then you can see all the different individual parts, and you can probably like get your right hand tool and go, all right, so I need a wheel, and then you put the wheel on and you push it back in. I think that would be quite good, because then you can then give the program to other people, and then they can like also see how to change a tire, or how do they change the gearbox themselves if they're wanting to learn how to make a car, instead of just sort of someone like me. I don't really own a car, not really got an interest in cars, but I could still have the tool in VR to build a car if I wanted to.
You can imagine that you'll be able to have like the sensors, so that you'll be able to build a car physically, not just, you know, as a prototype. That just is incredible. To have the power
exactly.
of the gods within VR, with the strength of anything. That's awesome. And imagine
exactly. And if you get a bit wrong, if you get a bit in the wrong place, it doesn't matter, because you're not actually going to be driving it on the road.
100%. All right. 10 people literally just disappeared. And I don't know if something happened in Altspace, but we've literally just lost 10 people. I don't know what happened there. I think they went...
Yeah.
I don't know, but they all just like disappeared in one go, and there wasn't even a portal. So let's go to Moonbeam, and let's hear what you have to say about how VR will shape the world when it comes to design and manufacturing. A very warm welcome to you at Oh My Brain, and hello Chris Prosser, hello Focus, and Jake, all welcome to the Oh My Brain event. Basically, this is an event discussion where we ask questions and then we go around the table and answer them. And basically, we're in the series of how VR will shape the world, and this is the second part. And basically, the second part of today is manufacturing and design. So I would like to give you guys the megaphone, and I would like to hear your thoughts on how you think design and manufacturing will shape the world, starting with I am Focus. How do you say that?
Then take those skills to the real world and do those things with confidence. But again, I would like to see maybe what you guys think about how manufacturing design practices these days will actually shape VR and this experience that we're in. I mean, will things become more realistic in here? Or is it, I mean, is there going to be a synergy between those things so that you can make real world things in VR, or use real world things to redesign our experience in here? And I'll yield it back to you guys.
Sure, I'll take that.
Thank you.
I was actually mentioning it to Toby. Just by the way, those 10 people that disappeared, and then I disappeared afterwards, Altspace is crashing people at the moment. I even saw it in Altspace, so that's the reason why they left, and also why I left. The answer, Nick, the one, is basically the idea that when we are able to sync VR to actual objects, buildings, anything to build, where they are working hand in hand. You can think of the next generation of the automated version of robotic building. So in VR, you can imagine there's a whole bunch of workers that will be in a line, and they will be building the cars. They'll be picking up the wheel, putting it together, and it will automatically be working where the robots are putting it in the real world. And this obviously would work on a customizable form of building. So not just the way robots are doing it at the moment, but customized ways, so that people will have their line of work. They'll be able to train themselves. They'll be able to work on building with the strength of a robot. Same with designing cars, designing prototypes. I think initially they will be building prototypes, because these are things that computers cannot do. Computers cannot create new information. They can only base on old information. And when people get from VR into the real world, they'll be able to add new information from computers into the real world because they're using their brain. So that's maybe one idea of how manufacturing will shape VR and the VR world. So let's now go to Jehan. Very welcome to you to Oh My Brain. And basically, this is a live discussion event where we ask a question, then we go around the table to share ideas. And the second factor on how VR will shape the world for today is manufacturing and design. Would you like to share your thoughts? You have the opportunity to speak or pass. No. All right, let's go to Dr. Sam.
I think that it opens up the opportunity for global cooperation, where designers and scientists can immerse themselves in whatever is being designed or created from all over the world and give their opinion. So, for example, if you're building a motor vehicle, it will allow designers from other parts of the world to actually sit in that motor vehicle with the original designer and a motor vehicle. It will allow designers from other parts of the world to actually sit in that motor vehicle with the original designer and a motor vehicle.
Yes, I think maybe Tim has frozen. Are you still here? Okay.
Yes, I'm here. All right, Ali, your thoughts?
I just wanted to add that I think VR will help with remote manufacturing as well, from one place to the other. Yeah, short and sweet.
All right. And finally, I've done a little bit of research on manufacturing and design and how VR will shape the world. I'm just waiting for my one. Okay, so whether you're an engineer, designer, or a student, VR will help in many ways with prototypes. So as you can see in the infographics, that you'll be able to create, view, and display virtual prototypes and high-tech machinery. For example, automobiles, buildings, and simulations. Then we have...
Just try reload it.
Can you not see it, Ali?
No, it's not showing up on my side. Is it showing up for you, Dr. Sam?
Dr. Sam, just throw an emoji. Probably is a network thing again. I'm not sure.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay.
Oh, you can. Okay.
I can see it.
Probably just on my side.
Yeah, it's a network thing. I'm going to have to load lower.
Okay, there. Now it has loaded.
Okay.
Now it's loaded.
Then we have... It's cheaper, so there'll be less cost for building and creating prototypes in the virtual world before than creating it in the real world. And then training to be able to give instructions, tutorials, workers and employees and students the experience and learning how to do the job through VR. And then obviously idea generation, where, as I mentioned before, you'll be able to add new information into the world of virtual reality design and manufacturing. So those are the two ways that we've covered for today.